do a better job with connectivity timings. Anyways, good news. I think I was just about halfway through my Thursday when things cut out. So I'm going to try and pick things up from there.
Okay, sounds good.
As I was saying about Thursday, decent Twitch. What I managed to prep and pack for the weekend was workable, but not personable. Ran into a few timing issues, but still managed to make to the area and have some time spare before heading out to the venue. Still didn't slightly up prior to which then went down. Since it's a combination event, they went to a few more buildings, but most everything I had to do was under one roof, so didn't have too much back and forth in the weather this weekend, which started off going cold, and then the rain starts settling in. But again, that didn't affect too much. Managed to get at least 1/3 of my to-dos done on Friday. And my preferred dinner choice a bit earlier than preferable, as we're at a point in time in which it's usually not far around 6, so eventually they're done and to go back to the room before the sky was completely dark. So before I think it's been a little bit sporadic, so times I managed to get some random fun on preparation sheets, and as well as some nightly things. Other times I was resting a little bit. Again, managed to work to a workable point. Prior to my things for today, which some delays, but those went over well, and also work around their schedules, as well as a few other small things, but still managed to leave it so that tomorrow I should be able to finish the last third of my to-dos, if I played my cards right. Got a few bonuses as well. Managed to get my printer without a few problems. Though once again, when the sky still had some lights. How many usually do for Saturday, and then end up taking a bit of a short nap prior to us getting started to the best of our abilities.
Okay.
But yeah, except for a few technical issues, things are going pretty good. Hopefully should address certain ones for the next time we're in the area, and I said, I mean, if it's supposed to be trying to play cards right in order to show some work to get my list finished before closing tomorrow, and the other is actually but yeah, it's been pretty good, all things considered.
Okay. Righty then. So, uh, after a few theme months, we're finally back. Right. But yeah, final season.
Well, a good reason behind its theming, as well as the other being around nutrition. But yes, time to get dig into the final season of Scarlet's Anti-Hero.
The Rouge Rogue. But yeah. Oh, after the events of last season's finale, a particular final executive is in hot water because, like, yeah, he kind of got captured. I mean, yeah, he got out of it, but still, failure good, capture bad. It's like, okay, time for the mind wipe. Also, Neil the Eel was hot too, but it's like, okay, him first. Hey, was that supposed to do something? Yeah, apparently due to I guess, the weather conditions of their new base, the good doctor has to go on a bit of an errand to, fix up the mind wiper. So it's like, yay, they get to keep their memories for now. It's like, okay, well, the doctor's off doing that. I have an idea for a scheme because, as you may know, we're having some funding issues. So I know about the stash of gold. You know, I plan to, acquire it. I can still manage to salvage my reputation here. Maybe prove that I can still be of use for you. So he sets up a plot, and basically, like, they're gonna kidnap this guy to gain access to the supply of gold, and of course, Carmen and the crew have to stop him. So, yeah, But yeah, and also, remember everyone's favorite former vile Australian? Yeah, Acme picked him up. Like, yeah, because he was seen interacting with Carmen way back when. It's like, okay, it's been a while. We should probably look into that whole issue. So it's like, they grab him, they interrogate him. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just doing my job here, part of this traveling group with this performance, everything's normal. Yeah, I try to have a date with Carmen, like didn't go well, but that's fine. Hey, I thought she was working with you guys. We'll get back to that. Anyway, so the vile plot unfolds. They after a bit they kidnap the guy. Use of poisons and all that stuff and in the makeup because yeah, he's part of a performance that's going on and he's like performing with his daughter there. And actually, stepdaughter actually kind of gets into the loop on things because while they were thwarting the first attempt on him, Carmen, of course, was fighting, and then the daughter gets involved and actually helps play support a bit. I, this one-off character actually very talented. Like she pulls her weight here. But yeah, they thwart the first attempt, but they missed the second attempt, and yeah, he gets replaced. Like, whoa! Of course, the daughter knows right away that something's not right. It's like, wow, you managed to figure that out that easily. Yeah, like the singing voice is completely off. I but yeah, they managed to stage a rescue. Although Shadow-san does get injured in the ensuing tussle. Curse you, Zach, for saying break a leg. Uh, but yeah, so they thwart the plan with the daughter actually getting the knockout blow against the Violet. I believe it was Neil. No, it was Mime Bomb. Mime Bomb was the one impersonating the guy at the stage. Yeah, the role involved a lot of makeup, and he actually had a recording being played out from inside the clothes, and it was a whole thing. But yeah, pretty standard episode. They thwart the plan, and as the episode ends, Domino shows up. It's like, okay, oh hey Chief, you're here in person. Okay, oh, huh. And she's like, okay. Maybe we should start listening to you on like your thoughts on these things and Domino C is who they have being interrogated. Like, wait, that guy. He's the one I captured way back when in like the first episode. Like I was going to interrogate him. Like he was all dressed up in Carmen's color and everything. And like I was going to interrogate him, but he just disappeared. He must be the missing link. And the chief is like, oh, thank God we finally have something to work with. Because by this point, she tried interrogating him. Her crew got nothing, and now Devon shows up and like, yeah, he's the one who really got me started chasing after her. It's like, or he was like the first person I caught with the whole thing and the whole ensuing conspiracy stuff going on. And it's like, yeah. The chief was like, okay, I'm sending you to. I forget what the place was, but like, okay, that's probably where we're gonna be next episode, maybe, or maybe he'll be off on his own destination while the episode plays out. Point is, they finally got something to work with. Yeah, pretty good season opener. It's you get to see like, yeah, that vile executive, like, yeah, he may have escaped, but he's not out of hot water just yet. And actually, after the failure of the plan, he gets sent to the dungeon. Or, as we were watching the episode, as I put it, take him to Detroit. No, not that. If you haven't seen it yet, check out there's this movie called Kentucky Fried Movie. It's like a comedy spoof movie, and that's where that line comes from. Just Detroit being this awful place that anything's better than being sent to Detroit. Yeah. It was a fun episode and a good start to the final season.
As I mentioned, objects one could probably hear about the place even if you hadn't heard of the movie. Including, of course, some years ago we were watching another series opener, and one of the holding places just happened to be in Detroit.
Yeah. So, final season episode 1, and current statuses of everyone. Carmen's crew was mostly fine, with Shadow-san being incapacitated for the moment. Over at Vile, they're now down one executive. The doctor is currently out for the moment, and presumably once the doctor gets back, Neil will be mind wiped, and they'll be down yet another agent. Oh, and yeah, the Acme crew. Yeah, they finally got a clue. So yeah, really, they came out the best after this episode, because like they didn't lose anyone. Not that they were really involved with the goings on of the episode anyway, but they had no losses. They actually gained intel, and they have a slight idea of what's going on now. So we'll see how things go going forward. And actually, I believe it was like the first portion battle. They had this whole musical bit going on during the fighting. That's like definitely getting like some ballet vibes from the music here. At least that's what I was getting from it anyway.
Because if there's one thing the franchise is known for, it's its apparent ways of finding usage of classic tunes. And I mean way back, because of course the original theme was based on a Classic opera piece. Sprinkles of Mozart, Beethoven, amongst others there. Amongst others here and there. That kind of stuff. I can't remember exactly if I come up to this before, but it's interesting choice in the Acme HQ. As you see, scaling scenes amongst other things. For the HQ shots within these episodes, you're probably going to know what I'm talking about. Especially if you're a local to the area. There was several hints at another set up for a certain amount of our faculty members. Boy, it's not going to be an interesting setting. As usual, this one to keep bits were encrypted quite nicely, though. Memories of world history, like a little bit of fragments.
Yeah.
Quick reminder, this isn't the first time that a supporting character for Team Red was especially supportive. As there have been several occurrences in the past, including a couple of Central Americans.
Oh.
These reasons to why there was a forms that couldn't be couldn't be as disrupted as possible. As it's certainly suitable when you proceed in the as memorial to loss of a family member.
Yep.
Once you can make good use of funds to return to needs to a anti-hero's advantage.
Yeah. And the thing is, the Valkyrie almost got away with it. If not for a little bit of traffic trickery and a last-minute switcheroo. It's like, why do I keep getting all the red lights? Yeah, sometimes you just have a day like that.
Especially for unfortunately crossing the streets between, say, convention buildings or heading to the hotel or other points of interest while you're in the area.
Yeah.
I was going to press about the image to find new scientific ways in order to make certain specialties and skills. Work to their advantage.
Mhm.
Of course, the actual break a big term is a good luck gesture, but it's true there have been occasions where they've played with that as a bit of a literal term.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, even once for selected, it's 2 minutes to make the steps on server locations. Relevant use from the culture to commit memory as well as good executions within style. Damage turns it out to the except for the regulars. This time around, but if it worked, we all worked on this. Actually, the voice of Mr. Show was back in field this weekend. So, hopefully we got some friends visiting that will be visiting her, been visiting her, and will visit her.
Alrighty then.
As usual, Sprite's going to transition. Once again, copy my seats during my initial marathon, and yeah. I can definitely remember a lot going down as time went by.
Okay. With that out of the way, time for this week's bit of news. Valve is reassessing the Steam Machine pricing due to memory and storage shortages. I mean, it makes sense. It's like anyone who does anything that involves memory is just like, screw the consumer. We're all in on the AI train. And this is why I bought the Switch 2 when I did. Because yeah, I didn't, need it. Although again, like I said, the Bravely Default remake is like that's at least one game I want to play. Assuming they don't eventually put it to Steam, but let's face it, anything involving stuff that's originally on a Nintendo console tends to be a bit iffy in that regard. Even if Bravely Default 2 is on Steam. Between Games still plans to finish the Wolfenstein trilogy. I'm not gonna say anything about that because, yeah, I mean, good on them. Definitely finish the trilogy. Never actually played the Wolfenstein games, but something messaging something. Yeah, the whole thing with Wolfenstein really resonates as of late, and I won't go into any details. Take-Two Interactive reaffirms GTA 6 will launch November 19th, 2026. We'll see about that. Neo 3 releases date. Oh, Neo 3. Neo 3 release date countdown and exact start times. Okay, let me click on the link to get to the link for more details. Okay, so apparently it's set for a February 6th release. Okay, not bad. Yeah, February 5th, 9 p.m. Pacific time. Other region release times between the PC and PS5 versions do tend to vary a bit, so you'll have to check on your own, depending on where you actually live, if you're actually getting the game. But, yeah. PUBG Blind Spot release date countdown and exact stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna go to this other website, get this release date thing, and February 5th. PUBG Blind Spot, February 5th. Anyway, the new Terraria update has been doing well. And I added all sorts of new stuff, crossover content with Dead Cells and Pal World, new world gen seeds. Like you can actually have a skyblock map. That's pretty cool. Apparently, they reworked a lot of weapons, especially like the summoner stuff. Terraria, the game where the developers are like, oh, this is the final update, we swear. Okay, this is the final update, we swear. Eventually, it'll be the final update. Although I think after a while they stopped claiming that it was ever going to be the final update. So, yeah. Okay, anime news time. I apologize if I butcher this. Daikenja Video no Chikan Gyako manga gets light anime. One Piece Heroines anime debuts on July 5th. Bakido anime's trailer previews English dub. Oh god, the Baki series. Oy, that. I think that the Baki series is like kind of weirdness where it's like if you took Bobo, but instead of being a comedy anime, it's like it plays it straight. It's just like it's insane but serious. I think at one point it's like, ah, yes. Why are you hungry? Can you not eat your imaginary food? Like the imaginary food actually has substance and nutrition and everything. It's like, what is this? The Ogre's Bride anime. The, the Ogre's Bride anime reveals two cast members. My Hero Academia Vigilantes anime's second season reveals promo video cast for Aizawa's School Days arc. I swear to God, that better not end with another nice boat. To all of those who actually understood that reference. Keywords for this one being school days. If you know, you know. The Kuna of Vice and Ruin Anime's two specials unveils new cast and staff in video. Cosmic Princess Kaguya anime film reveals animated music video for ending theme song. Angle plans to develop feature film based on Koei Tecmo's Tecmo Bowl classic American football game. But even Tecmo Bowl, aside from crazy old school sports games fans, when was the last time anyone ever thought of Tecmo Bowl? New idea. What was the name of that game? Okay. There was a really old game. It was like I think it was like a Japanese game where it's like, okay, it's an American sport. Let's try to think of American sounding names. Is it fighting baseball? Let me double check. So you get names like Sleeve McDykel, Bobson Dugnut, Todd Gonzalez. It's like it sounds like an English name to a Japanese person. But for actual English-speaking people, it's like absolute nonsense. Make a movie based on that. Could be played seriously. It could be a comedy. Please let it be a comedy. It's like that's the first thing I thought of when I saw. Well, second thing I thought of when I saw the Tecmo Bowl movie. Like, oh god, old school sports video game movie. Anyway, is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon and make it sixth season? Will we ever learn the answer to the question? Only time will tell. Live action Blue Lock film reveals trailer, more cast, and August 7th debut. Violet Evergarden anime gets first live US concert in February. New The House of the Dead film to star Isabella Merced. I didn't realize they were making a House of the Dead movie.
Different director this time around, though.
It's funny. I forgot that they actually already did a House of the Dead movie, and I was like, House of the Dead. That's the type of film I would expect someone like Uwe Boll to make or something. Yeah, about that. 2003.
The more these teams can find ways to recover from the bowl, the better.
New Magical Girl Lyrical Nana anime confirms more cast and ending song. Yakuza / Like a Dragon franchise's crossover live-action series with Nihon Toitsu debuts on February 10th. Apparently it's a 3-episode mini-series titled Ryuga Gotoku powered by Nihon Toitsu, or Like a Dragon powered by Japan Unification. That is certainly a thing. Sailor Moon Shining Theater Dinner Show reveals visual, cast, and April 4th debut. That's interesting. Like, dinner theater show, cool. Definitely different from what usually happens. Wait. Is it a musical, or is it just... I mean, I know usually for these stage shows, it's usually musicals. But, like, if it's a dinner theater show, like, I don't know. It probably is a musical. When the Girlfriend anime's 5th season reveals teaser video, theme song, reveals teaser video and theme song artists. Rooster Fighter anime reveals April 5th Japan debut. It will also first debut on Adult Swim's Toonami programming block on March 14th. Rooster Fighter. This is the point we're at now. Darwin. I didn't know this was a thing, but I'm digging the title. Chainsmoker Cat manga gets TV anime in July. I don't know what it's about, but just the title alone, it's like, okay, I want to check that out. Chainsmoker Cat. And the image I'm seeing, like, okay, it's cat girl smoking. Yeah, apparently it's like a comedy. It's like, oh yeah, this character is a cat girl with a seriously bad smoking habit. Basic premise, but who knows what they can do with it. Bear Quest, an interactive tale, gets a big free update and community items. Got another teaser promo image from Heartopia's Pony update. AC Race Best update, one away from seeing Zootopia 2 100 times. Lisbon Hotel creator Vivian Madrano wants to make a comic adaptation. Quote, I joked with the studio and with everyone that the show is a comic book adaptation, but there's no comic book. Versus the Forces of Evil creator Darren Nefsey in a new post, quote, draw to keep kids off generated by AI.
Ghostbusters, who's wearing in the accompanying post. Bit of a parody of the old DARE initiative.
Okay, cool. Vincent Martella, the voice of Phineas, has started recording for the new Phineas and Ferb movie. Primal creator Gendy Tartakovsky was worried fans would assume Fang and Mira weren't going to be in season 3. Quote, we're going to get 3 episodes, and people are thinking Fang isn't going to be in it at all, and Mira. But then it felt right in the way the story unfolded. The Foster's Home sequel series and Powerpuff Girls' second reboot are still in development. Pretty please, I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl Episode 1 will be fully animated by Mercury Filmworks. The animation studio is known for Hilda, Mickey Mouse, The Ghost and Molly McGee, Lion Guard, and many more. Sony's animated Ghostbusters movie is moving forward with Sam Jarvis writing the script. The film will be a Netflix exclusive made by Sony Pictures Animation. Josh D'Amaro says AI will not replace human creativity while he's Disney's CEO. Quote, the reason this company is so special is because of how creative we are, and the human beings that are generating that creativity. In my mind, that never gets replaced. Okay, good on him. That's a good start. That's a good first step to take as CEO. Face has been delayed to October 23rd, written by Mike Flanagan, starring Amini and directed by James Watkins. Got first look at Marvel Dimensions, a new 112-page graphic novel written and illustrated by Alex Ross. It's meant to be a tour of the classic Marvel universe and something more expansive. Could introduce 200 new variants of characters. So basically, the annual issue of Guide to the Marvel Universe. That'll probably be outdated halfway through the year. Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien tell us that Sam Raimi was obsessed with filming the boar scene from Send Help. Quote, at the end of the shoot, Sam goes, so we're going to go back to the boat to the boar scene. And then for reshoots, he said, we're going to go do a little bit more boar. Bugs Bunny and Lola Bunny are coming to Fortnite. Got some new looks at characters in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, including Yoshi, Bowser Jr., Rosalina, and a new teaser. David Dastmalchian has been cast as Mr. 3 in One Piece Season 2. There's an image of David Dastmalchian as Mr. 3 in One Piece Season 2. My mind kind of filled in some words there, and that wasn't what was actually written. Vincent D'Onofrio says there are rights issues that prevent him from appearing as Kingpin in a Spider-Man film. Quote, I think I'll just wait until they have the rights to my character and they pull me in one of those movies. And then I'll figure it all out. Ooh, okay, so more news on the House of the Dead movie. It's directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. That name rings a bell. let me just... Okay, Paul W.S. Anderson, known for the first, fourth, fifth, and sixth Resident Evil films, Event Horizon, Alien vs. Predator, Death Race, Pompeii. Oh, he directed the 90s Mortal Kombat movie. Okay. I'm sure the second film wasn't as good, but you know, it could have been worse. Baldur's Gate. Oh, go ahead.
Sounds like more of a mixed resume kind of guy as opposed to, well, what the Bull's reputation currently is.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it. It's House of the Dead. No one is exactly expecting Shakespeare here. Like Resident Evil, maybe. Silent Hill, sure. House of the Dead, eh. I think people all remember House of the Dead more for the bad voice acting than any actual story elements. Mind you, the voice acting is hilarious. It's like the so bad it's good kind of bad voice acting. Baldur's Gate TV series is in the works at HBO. Craig Mazin will serve as showrunner. The show will be a continuation of the games set after the events of Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 developers Larian have no involvement with the show. Ooh. I kind of a mixed bag there. It's like, okay, continuing on from the game. Ooh, that's also another mixed bag there. Okay, continuing on from the games, like, okay. So we have established world lore. It's like using the game as a basis. On the other hand, it's in the continuation of the game. That might not be great for newcomers to the franchise. If you're using a game as a bouncing off pad, plus the fact that the game's developers have no involvement, that's kind of iffy. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, just wait to see if it reaches about the level of the Halo series.
Yeah. Marvel Comics announces Doom Quest, a 10-issue comic series from writer Ryan North and artist Francesco Mobley, launching this May. The book sees Doom on a journey through time while trying to shape history in his own image. Wait, hold the phone. I thought Dr. Doom was dead. Like, there's this whole one world under Doom thing, and then he screwed up and had to sacrifice himself to save Valeria's life. And like, there's a whole big thing. Is like, yeah, Doom isn't a great guy, but those he does care for, he cares for. So it's like, mind you, it says it's a journey through time, so this could be like one of those weird Batman being hit by Omega Beam situation where it's like, okay, everyone thinks he's dead, but instead, time travel shenanigans. So, yeah.
Which ties into a status quo source that I was about to bring up. The whole death and resurrections things that's been kind of standard.
Yeah, almost no one stays dead in comics anymore. Maybe not permanently. Mind you, some have stayed, as of late, some have stayed dead for a remarkably long time. Like, I'm pretty sure Alfred is still dead after his neck was snapped by Bane. He didn't really properly got Uncle Ben back, so he's still on the pile. There used to be a rule of thumb that, like, no one in comics stays dead except Bucky, Uncle Ben, and Jason Todd. And then Bucky became a Winter Soldier, Superboy Prime punched reality and brought Jason Todd back as a result. But yeah, Uncle Ben's still dead. Resurrection immunity by way of origin story. But Hemsworth wants to see Thorn Storm. Okay. Need to slow down. Need to properly pronounce words. Chris Hemsworth wants to see. One cannot speak. See Thor and Storm team up in Avengers Secret Wars. Quote, I'm gonna make sure Hallie is in the next one. Cliff Entertainment has decided to give free tickets for Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die to people who lost their jobs due to AI. Quote, we believe you should get something out of the AI revolution. I mean, okay, that doesn't really make up for the, losing their jobs, but I mean, that's a nice gesture and all. I mean, I suppose I can give a few points up for that. Got a new trailer for Guy Ritchie's Young Sherlock series. The series follows Sherlock's first ever murder mystery case in a globe-trotting adventure set during the 1870s. Releasing March 4th on Prime Video. The Pirates of the Caribbean reboot is reportedly in the works, focused on Jack Sparrow's son. Christy Wilson Iron. Is that an M or an RN?
Cairns.
Cairns,
I think, is what you're looking for.
That's what I thought it was, but it's like curse you default font. Yeah, they're in talks to write the script.
I wonder if we're having the same problems when it comes to a certain. I wonder if we have the same problems, seeing as though the name is also applied to a Queensland location.
Maybe. Lawrence Fishburne has been cast in Mike Flanagan's Exorcist movie. The first trailer for Exit 8, a new film based on the video game. The film follows a man trapped in an endless sterile subway passageway as he sets out to find Exit 8. In theaters, April 10th. I have never even heard of Exit 8. And I'd also never heard of Iron Lung either, but I mean, hey, it's Markiplier. The first trailer for The Dinosaurs, a new documentary series narrated by Morgan Freeman with visual effects by Industrial Light and Magic, releasing March 6th on Netflix. Dinosaur documentary narrated by Morgan Freeman. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. That. All for that. Like, honestly, any kind of documentary narrated by Morgan Freeman.
another post I found, directed by Steven Spielberg.
Hey. That's your Spielberg movie. A Steven Spielberg movie. Okay, they need to find a way to just really sneak in the Jurassic Park theme in there, just somewhere. That has announced multiple games coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Fallout 4, February 24th. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, May 12th. Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion Remastered, 2026. Got the first look at the LEGO Project Hail Mary set, costing $100. Trailer for Chappelle Roan arriving to Fortnite has been released, made with various animation formats, including stop motion. Sam Raimi tells us how comic book movies can continue to succeed for years to come. Quote, there are decades of great material in the books written by those bullpens, whether it's DC, Marvel, or Dark Horse. The material is there waiting for you to bring that character to life. The Aragon series is moving forward at Disney Plus. Tad Harthon and Todd Helbing will serve as showrunners. Got a first look at Gino from K-pop Demon Hunters in Fortnite. Apparently they're doing a UK version of Saturday Night Live, starring a bunch of people I have never heard of. We'll see how well that goes. Oh no. Frank Miller's variant cover for Spider-Man and Superman #1 has been revealed. How bad is it? What the hell is that? Hey. And why is Batman there? And that's not that is not Superman. That's like the first thing that comes to mind is that like I think it was like that donut mascot from that one Simpsons Halloween special. You know, the one where all the giant mascots come to life. And Spider-Man's supposed to be rocking a either black and white or black and silver suit. Like, seriously, Frank? I can already hear Linkara complaining. Anyway, A24 has officially acquired the rights for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. A TV series will happen first, executively produced by Glenn Powell and directed by J.T. Molnar. The movie is also in early stages of development. LEGO will release a K-pop Demon Hunters set this summer. More sets to release. more sets will release in 2027. Do you have a sneak peek, or no, not really? Lego really wants to become like the real life physical or Fortnite crossover merchandise thing. Like crossover sets with everything. Maybe they did occasionally do crossover sets in the past, but there's more. It used to be like, look at to be fair, I don't know. It seems like they're doing a lot more crossover stuff as of late.
Sounds like you were trying to bring up dimensions at one point.
Well, actually, I had actually completely forgot about dimensions. I was just thinking like, okay, yeah, Lego has done some crossover sets in the past with like popular media franchises, primarily superhero stuff, and of course you got Star Wars. This Lego Star Wars thing has been a thing for a while. It just seems like as of late, they saw how many things that Fortnite was crossing over. It's like we could be making so much more money.
Oh, and let's not forget the like, let's not forget the filler Chris Miller movies.
Yes. When Harry Potter, Lego Harry Potter, that was a thing. And actually hold that thought. Okay. Search my Steam library. Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, Lego Batman, Lego Jurassic World, Lego Marvel, Lego Lord of the Rings, Lego Incredibles. Yeah, like like I said, Lego has done crossover stuff in the past. It just seems like they've kind of accelerated the release of those in recent years. Which again, I blame Fortnite. Pokemon will debut a video during the Super Bowl for the franchise's 30th anniversary. Geneva Robertson Dorset explains how the Fallout series ultimately focuses on the phrase, "Be careful what you wish for." Quote, you keep stumbling upon in the wasteland detritus of the pre-war world, and it's all this hyper commercial stuff. They're implying they had a role. They had a role in the end of the world. Michael B. Jordan has kept the stuffed Black Panther in his helmet as a tribute to Chadwick Boseman. Quote, it will forever remind me of him and the time we had a chance to finally work together. Oh. I mean, it's sad, but also kind of heartwarming. You know? Like that just like. In happier news, Take-Two says that generative AI has zero part in the making of GTA 6. Yay! They also confirmed that GTA 6 marketing will launch in the summer. George Lendeborg Jr. will replace Danny Ramirez in The Last of Us Season 3. I don't know who either of those are and who was playing who. I'm sure there was a reason. The new trailer for Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2 has been released, premiering February 27th on Apple TV. Aaron Madden tells us about approaching Maximus's arc of feeling empty inside in Fallout Season 2. Quote, honestly, just as an actor, some days it was the absence of my friend. Showing up to work every day with Ella, but then we'd be going to different sets. Okay. Josh Gad has begun voice recording for Frozen 3 in theaters November 24th, 2027. Okay, this one almost screwed me up a bit. BTS will air their comeback concert live on Netflix on March 21st. A documentary about their return will release on March 27th. I'm so used to BTS behind the scenes, but also thinking like BTS, like wait, that music group. But now it actually is BTS and not behind the scenes. So it's like, wait, hold. Just double checking. What's you acronyms? Okay, teasers expected for the 2026 Super Bowl include Michael, Minions 3, Toy Story 5, Disclosure Day, The Mandalorian and Grogu, and the Super Mario Galaxy movie. New live-action trailer for Resident Evil Requiem includes Micah Monroe fighting for survival in Raccoon City. The game releases on February 27th. Markiplier has thanked fans for getting Iron Lung to a $21 million worldwide opening. Quote, it's been a bit of an emotional day in the best way possible, so I'll first say, thank you guys so much. I personally don't care about the numbers other than, woohoo, success. I'm going to be able to give the crew a big bonus, that's awesome. I'm not a big studio, so the split with the theaters is basically 50-50. It's really cool because everybody wins. It's kind of a hero moment to showcase indie filmmaking is possible.
Or it's still possible, given that Turtles used to be indie. Blair Witch was indie.
Yep. I mean, it also helps that Markiplier is a really popular YouTuber with the already built-in fan base, so I'm pretty sure that did help quite a bit. Let's face it, name power goes a long way.
Safe to say what's going to happen is the indie scene's going to be going to explode a little bit.
Yeah. First trailer for The Devil Wears Prada 2 has been released in theaters May 1st. James Wan and Leigh Whannell tells us what it feels like to finally have the rights to Saw back again. But it's a piece of IP that was created by us, as opposed to trying to reshape or refashion someone else's IP. This is our little universe, so it feels like coming home. Ooh. The first trailer for Mockbuster has been released. The documentary follows the craziness behind the asylum, the studio that makes B-movie ripoffs like Sharknado. Okay, that could be interesting. A movie adaptation of The Exorcism at 1600 Penn is in the works at Blumhouse. The story follows the president when the White House becomes a supernatural battleground for good and for good versus evil. Um, no comment. Ooh. Captain Zero: Into the Abyss Part 2 by Z Shiraimi, starring Keith David, is now available to watch for free. The short film has been nominated for Outstanding Short Film at the NAACP Image Awards. So I was just scrolling and it's like, ooh, Keith David. I'm always up for something with Keith David. Be it Gargoyles, They Live. Keith David reenacting his role of and They Live in Saints Row 4. Yeah, over to my other website. Right, disable that.
Marketing these things for KBTH. Real Hunter X singers to perform at the Oscars. Animated Film of the Year from London Critics' Choice Film Awards. Golden won Best Song Visual Media at the Grammys. First came out to win such. And also were
Enjoy these. Oh, go ahead.
And also were at the Grammys. Dr. Fish becomes 16 times Grammy winner.
That's cool. Sentai, the source material for Power Rangers has officially ended in Japan after, I want to say, like 49 years. There's this whole big deal like, oh, 50th anniversary, but there's like 50 teams, and it's kind of a loophole. It's kind of like a weird thing because one of the seasons had two different teams, so they counted both of those individually. So like 49 seasons, but 50 teams, and it was kind of weird. Point is, I think partly it's and Power Rangers is partly to blame for the whole Super Sentai getting canceled due to like various rights issues with the adaptations, and like basically they want to expand it out of Japan, but since actually I think it was Hasbro who currently holds the distribution rights in America, basically because they were basically holding on to it. It's like, yeah, we're not really feeling like doing anything with it. They basically missing out on a whole lot of distribution opportunities outside of Japan. Because like they've actually been distributing the Kamen Rider series and other of their various sub franchises of the whole tokusatsu genre, but because Hasbro's being Hasbro, they can't do that with Super Sentai. So yeah. Also, toy sales have been down, and it was a whole thing. But yeah, they did end with a bit of a "see you again" kind of message. So it's like probably at the very least it'll maybe be like a 10-year break because they did actually do that with Kamen Rider after I think it was Kamen Rider Black RX. There was like a few short things they did in the intermediate time between then and like when the franchise reignited, but it was basically on break for like a decade.
Guess it looks like Far Jackson, Michael's nephew. It is rolling the biopic.
And for a bit of a public service announcement, Reading Rainbow would like to say that, quote, many of you are using our Twice as High lyric in a way it was not intended. That was an actual thing on Threads, actually. Like, yeah, that is not what we meant. Just a funny thing, you know? Ooh. Okay, so going back up. I'm gonna have to go back. Oh wait, no. Okay. Mel Tillman's Spider-Man brand new date character has been revealed. Apparently, Tillman's mystery character in Spider-Man brand new day has been revealed as an obscure X-Men villain, William Metzger. So obscure, the character apparently existed for like 6 issues. But hey, something to tie into the whole X-Men thing, I guess. Yeah, apparently the character led an anti-mutant militia in the Children of the Atom miniseries, and then was killed by Magneto. So, slight update to the whole Clayface being pushed back thing. Apparently, the Practical Magic sequel has moved to the September 11th date instead. Like, wait, go ahead. Wait, then. Oh,
Must have been something in the background.
oh. Game 7 teams up with Meta AI and will use generative AI to allow viewers to insert themselves into scenes. I mean, I'm not sure how to feel about that one. It's like, not like it was a weird case for generative AI. It's like making it more of an interactive movie experience kind of deal. It's like, hey, do you want to insert yourself into the movie? Like, I mean, it's not, honestly, they could probably like charge an extra fee. It's like, hey, for this much money on top of the normal home media price, you'll have a version that has you in the movie. I mean, like, still generative AI is bad. Like, I don't know how to feel about this one. I mean, it still probably look weird, but I just don't know. Maybe like one of those weird edge cases where it's like still kind of sketchy, but it's like, yeah, I am just conflicted here. I mean, like, they're not using generative AI. Well, okay, they could possibly be using generative AI to also do part of the movie, but it's like, if they're not, this is like a special case with like, I don't know. I just have mixed feelings about that one. Jurassic Park themed Super Bowl ad features digitally de-aged Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum. Ooh. Apparently, a California federal court has ruled that grouping clips for YouTube reaction videos can violate the DMCA. Got a sneak peek for Rick and Morty Season 9. Okay, let's see now. Anything in game news? Arcade Archives 2 Rave Racer announced coming in February 26th. The third arcade game in the Ridge Racer series. Okay, so like home races of arcade stuff, like yeah, coming to home consoles. Okay, that's cool. Bringing a formerly arcade-only title to the home console, that's pretty cool. The launch trailer for launch trailer for Super Bomberman Collection coming to Switch 2, Xbox, PC, PS5. Oh, already available digitally, with a physical edition arriving August 2026. Overwatch has dropped the 2, going for a new story-driven release structure with 5 heroes releasing February 10th. Essentially making the whole Overwatch 2 push completely pointless. Womp, 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 womp.
Banco Joe, Morgan, 4VG, IV, 5V6, OFF.
Ooh, okay. This one might interest you. Thomas and Friends Wonders of Soda announcement trailer. A Thomas the Tank Engine narrative adventure game from the Train Sim World devs. It is 2026, and we're getting a Thomas the Tank Engine narrative adventure game. What even is this decade? Again, I also recently found out that there's actually a Rocky Horror Picture Show video game, so shows what I know. Made by the same people who did the Angry Video Game Nerd video games.
Got this right. This means it's about 2 decades since the last time a Thomas game was made in a narrative sense. And that last one was a adaptation of a direct-to-video film of sorts that was also the visual transition of the time.
Yeah. I like this one comment. Is the first Nexus mod going to be Thomas the Tank Engine still? Another funny comment. Devs say it's open world, yet every screenshot makes it seem very on rails. remaster of Poker Night at the Inventory has been announced, releasing March 5th on PS4, Switch, and Steam. The game previously had been, what's the word? Delisted.
You just reminded me. I should contribute my costume on today, and once again, grow the attention to the point of small assortment of cards are sent to me, just like at Kamari, only in this case they were English.
Back to that Frank Miller comic cover for a moment, I just had a thought. Said not being, I mean, it could be worse. Could be Rob Liefeld.
And all of a sudden I'm
Yeah,
and all of a sudden I'm remembering. Now all of a sudden I'm wondering. Now all of a sudden I mentioned variants of that Captain America render he did.
yeah. A bit related, but kind of coincidental. I've actually been binge watching some of Top the Fourth Wall recently. So it's funny that Frank Miller's top thing comes up this week.
Good news and the bad news over in Tennessee. There's a campaign to bring Fort back to its southern faster green. Fortunately, the Grand Junction location was broken into. Dr. Whitehouse risk coming up. Exclusive to culinary military courtesy of the GAN. Receive education. Delivering supports. Day Railway Age 26. Fast Tracker. Plus for KFC. alternates. Seafoam Industrial taken Ability Conference from 18th, as well as Berkeley's Industrial Select Conference the 19th. Bank, Horace Kane, 1617 May. Boaz Keynes, April 36th. Early Berkeley to the Severn Valley. And a picture of the Jacob aside from some crisis victims. Credentials Conrad Sequence family of Cardo Schnitzer. Brazilian voices include Benson, Amon Slade, and Muggy. So this hotel, but other than that, it's thankfully worth it. And as I said, me too. Try to something down. Try to something down. Hopefully get some rest so I can. Do well tomorrow with the adjusted time window.
Yep.
However, it ends next week will be the holiday weekend, so gonna be something special lined up for that. Until which, stay safe, stay well, get back, pray.